Good education and health are fundamental to any prosperous society. And in today's magazine, we turn the spotlight on both, from protecting the population through immunization to the foundations of basic school registration, as the enrollment window is now open. And later, a visit to the St. James Parish Library. I'm Adrian Atkins, and thank you for joining us for another educational edition of Jamaica Magazine. Stay tuned.
Are you looking for something to do this summer? Applications are now open for the Hope Youth Summer Work Program.
All you have to do is go online, download the application form, complete it, and drop it off at any Heart, NYS, or JPLL office. Make sure you bring a certified copy of your TRN, NIS, government-issued or school ID, qualifications if you have any, and a copy of your resume and birth certificate.
I don't know about you, but this is your opportunity to get 3 weeks of work experience, personal and professional development. Nah, miss me.
For more information, contact a Heart Trust NTA or National Youth Service office.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Wednesday, April 25. Minister of Health Dr. Christopher Tufton is refuting claims that the former Chief Medical Officer was overruled on a closure notice for the Caenwood Regional Hospital. In fact, Dr. Tufton says no closure was issued for the St. James Health Facility.
The then Chief Medical Officer, who has the authority, not me as Minister, he has the authority to issue a closure notice, did not issue a closure notice. He made a recommendation which was the subject of a meeting, after which he clearly stated that a closure notice would not be issued. And I think that is very important for the records, Mr. Speaker, for fear that some think that we overruled the Chief Medical Officer. We can't do that. It's not allowed in law.
Dr. Tufton was updating Tuesday's sitting of the House of Representatives on actions being taken to address air quality and infrastructure issues at the Type A facility. The health minister revealed that 95% of services provided at Caenwood Regional had been relocated to nearby locations. Logistics coordination for the satellite offices, as well as the continued assessment and renovation of the existing building, are among the ministry's immediate priorities. A working group has also been set up to cater to the welfare needs of the hospital staff and stakeholders. The mining ministry says it will be lobbying the United States Department of State to lessen any negative economic effects that may arise from sanctions against UC Russell, operators of the Windalco Bauxite Company. In Parliament Tuesday, Portfolio Minister Robert Montego said UC Russell had expressed its intention to continue operating in Jamaica.
The Ministry of Transport and Mining analysis indicate that normal operations will become increasingly difficult, especially if the company refuses to dilute its ownership to conform with the sanctions, and various suppliers of goods and services elect to refuse its business out of fear of secondary sanctions from the United States.
On Monday, the U.S. Treasury Department's Foreign Assets Control gave an October 23 deadline for companies and individuals to wind down transactions with UC Russell. It also issued a license to exempt sanctions to non-U.S. parties doing business with a Russian-based company or its subsidiaries. Minister Montego says approximately $164 million per year in export earnings would be lost should the plants be closed. He says the government will not be complacent and is prepared to take decisive actions to protect the interest of the 1,200 workers, contractors, local suppliers, environment, and the government. In other news, Prime Minister Andrew Holness has pledged to solve Jamaica's informal settlement issue by building more homes to satisfy demands. This, he says, will be driven by public-private partnerships through the National Housing Trust's Construction, Finance, and Housing Developers programs. It's expected that the public-private partnership model will help the NHT reach its target of 22,000 housing solutions by the year 2021.
The squatter problem is not only a function of the unavailability of land. The squatter problem is really a function of the lack of housing solutions being provided by the formal market. That's the only way. There is no solving the squatting problem by giving away housing. So you don't give away the house, but you make it affordable to own. And that is the strategy of the government. We will solve the squatting problem because we will build enough housing to meet the demand that is generated yearly.
Prime Minister Holness was speaking at Tuesday's groundbreaking for the 230-unit foreshore estate housing development at Delacree Pen, St. Andrew. Units within the gated community for low-income earners all fall within the NHT's $5.5 million loan limit. In the meantime, Prime Minister Holness says work to transform the Marcus Garvey corridor into a logistics center has begun. To support this move, plots of land have been leased to create a logistics hub. Significant infrastructure work has also started at the intersection of Hagley Park Road, Marcus Garvey Drive, and Spanish Down Road.
The overall plan for this area is that it will become the community that supports the logistics hub initiative, which will run all along Marcus Garvey Drive into the Newport area and into the ports of Kingston.
Jamaica has been ranked 6th among 180 countries on the 2018 World Press Freedom Index. The island moved up 2 places on the French-based Reporters Without Borders ranking, the highest since 2002. According to the report, Jamaica ranks among the countries with the most respect for freedom of information. It says Jamaica's 2013 law to decriminalize defamation, plus having no report of serious acts of violence or threat to media freedom, have contributed to the country's improvement in its ranking. And finally, an entrepreneurship team of Career Advancement Program CAP students have placed 2nd in an international competition. The 4-member team won $7,000 at the recently concluded Diamond Challenge for High School Entrepreneurs at the University of Delaware. In the social innovation segment, the CAP team created a lamp from recycled plastic, which can also charge small electronic devices. At a meeting Tuesday, Prime Minister Andrew Holness, who conceptualized the CAP program, lauded the team for the creation, which addresses major environmental and social issues.
As a responsible government and as responsible citizens, we have to find ways to address this issue. And what you have done as a social entrepreneur is to find a way to reuse plastic whilst at the same time providing a product that has great utility, particularly for persons who are energy poor, or for persons who can't afford electricity. This is a good solution.
The CAP program seeks to equip young people aged 16 to 18 with employability skills and good customer service. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
Cancer, stress, high blood pressure. Guard yourself against these potentially deadly conditions by eating healthy. Give your body long life with foods such as low-fat milk, dried and fresh peas and beans, unsalted nuts and seeds, fresh vegetables, fruits and coconut water, and eliminate processed seasonings such as seasoning salt, soy sauces and ketchup. When it comes to meats, remember to remove the skin to reduce the intake of fats and oils. Meats should also be baked, steamed, grilled or roasted. Fish is also a preferred protein option. To eat healthy, fill your body with a variety of foods from all the food groups. And remember, eat at a slow pace and in small bites to help aid digestion. This helps to maintain a healthy, balanced and nutritious diet, strengthening your body to ward off illness and prolong life.
Immunization, a simple procedure that has saved millions of lives. Through the work of the Ministry of Health, Jamaica has made strides in immunization coverage. Learn more about this life-saving process next.
Immunization is arguably one of the most cost-effective healthcare interventions ever invented. Since the first successful vaccine was developed to treat smallpox in 1796, vaccination has been preventing illnesses and deaths for millions of people around the world. According to the World Health Organization, about 2 to 3 million deaths are prevented each year because of persons taking up vaccines or being immunized. Through vaccination, smallpox was declared eradicated from the world in 1980, and that's a significant achievement. Other diseases are on the verge of being eradicated through the process of immunization here in Jamaica.
Immunization has led to a substantial reduction of illnesses and death from diseases such as polio, measles, whooping cough, and newborn tetanus. Measles deaths have decreased by almost 80% over the past 10 years, which again is a significant achievement.
Jamaica's immunization program has managed to eliminate a number of vaccine-preventable diseases over the years. These include polio, which usually left children paralyzed.
Jamaica had the last case, for example, of polio in 1982, the last case of locally transmitted measles in 1991, the last case of diphtheria in 1995, the last case of rubella in 2000, and the last case of newborn tetanus in 2001.
In 2011, the country recorded 100% immunization coverage for BCG or tuberculosis. Thanks to the expanded program on immunization EPI, which began in 1976, the population coverage against vaccine-preventable diseases remains relatively high. Under the program, immunization coverage for children under 2 years old reached 93 to 94% in 2010-2011. The expanded program on immunization provides free vaccination to children ages 0 to 7 during the routine immunization schedule of the Ministry of Health. This is an integral strategy to reduce child mortality and morbidity.
First, we give at birth up to 6 weeks of age BCG vaccine, which is given usually in the hospital setting, and BCG protects against tuberculosis. At 6 weeks, 3 months, and 6 months, babies are due a vaccine against polio, which prevents poliomyelitis, as well as the pentavalent vaccine or the 5-in-1 vaccine.
Then at 12 months of age, the MMR vaccine is administered to protect children against measles, mumps, and rubella.
At 18 months, we give the first set of booster vaccines, and we give boosters again for MMR. The children get DPT as well, which is for diphtheria, pertussis, and tetanus. And then they also get the polio vaccine at that time as well.
Between the ages of 4 to 6 years, children must get a second booster vaccine for DPT as well as a second booster vaccine for polio.
A lot of these vaccine-preventable diseases are actually quite contagious and can cause death, especially among our young children. And so therefore, I would encourage parents to ensure that their children are appropriately vaccinated.
In Jamaica, children must be fully immunized before entry to school, and that is usually a part of mandatory school medicals due before the start of each academic year.
They have to present the immunization record at the health facility to confirm that the vaccines indeed have been done, and if they are missing any vaccines for whatever reason, then they are provided for them at the health facility.
The immunization record is part of the Child Health Development Passport introduced for every child in 2010 to replace the immunization cards used previously. As part of its public education initiative, the Ministry of Health displays posters and other material at health centers and schools, reminding parents and caregivers about the immunization schedules, showing what vaccine is due and when. Disease surveillance is also practiced at ports of entry to combat the country's increased susceptibility to new diseases due to globalization and increased travel. Across the board, government is on a mission to improve the health of the nation by making traditional vaccines available and exploring new and non-traditional vaccines to tackle other diseases.
For example, the mitigation of NCDs like some cancers, which can be prevented through vaccination, such as the vaccine for the human papilloma virus, which causes cervical cancer, falls in line with the Ministry of Health strategic plan to improve the offering to the public. And the commitment today is that we will work to ensure that other vaccines on the market with a proven track record are introduced as part of our routine administration to our population.
Let's talk a little bit about mental health. First thing, mental health is not just the absence of mental illnesses. According to the World Health Organization, it is in fact a state of well-being in which the individual realizes his or her own abilities, can cope with the normal stresses of life, can work productively and fruitfully, and is able to make a contribution to his or her community. Are you mentally healthy? Just as you work on your physical health through exercise, eat right and take medications when necessary, there are also ways in which you can take care of your mental well-being. 1. Take care of your body by getting enough rest, exercising and eating nutritious meals. If your body feels good, then more than likely you will feel good too. 2. Do things that you enjoy. Make time for your hobbies like gardening. Take a walk, listen to some music, volunteer, help someone. 3. Surround yourself with good people. Individuals with strong family and social connections are generally healthier than those who don't have that support. 4. Get help when you need it. It's perfectly normal to have moments when you feel down. But if you get overwhelmed by your emotions and are perhaps considering hurting yourself or others, get help. Speak to a family member, your doctor, a minister of religion, or a friend. Take care of your mental health so that you can be productive and play your part in making Jamaica the place of choice to live, work, raise families, and do business.
Informing, educating, entertaining. That's what we do. Keep watching Jamaica Magazine.
We are children and we have rights. We have a right to be protected,
provided for,
and included. Don't beat me up, don't belittle me, and please don't molest me.
I am under 13. I should not be working for a living.
That is child labor. It is illegal. Stop leaving me alone. I am too young to provide for myself. I need your guidance.
Protect our nation's children. They have rights too. To learn more about children's rights, call or visit the offices of the Child Development Agency.
You've watched them grow, rolled over for the first time. Push out that first tooth. Take that initial step, and soon it will be time to send them off to explore new territory at a school. And basic schools are already accepting registration for 2018. If you have not begun the process as yet, don't be too daunted. We've put together this next feature to give a good idea of where to start.
I'm a circle, circle, I wanna be a square. I wanna be a
Are you the parent of a soon-to-be 3 or 4-year-old? If it's not already, this will become your reality in a couple of months. You've begun to prepare mentally and financially, and you've probably started the process of selecting a school for your child. Now, as you help your child get ready for this next phase of life, here are some tips on what you need to know about the school registration process.
A is for apple, apple. B is for bull, bull.
Having decided on the school of your choice, you need to find out when they're having the registration, because you want to be on time, you don't want to miss out on the school of your choice.
Generally, registration for preschool or basic school begins anywhere between January and May each year.
Fish, G is for gorilla, gorilla.
You get your application letter. Attached to the application form will be a cover letter stating when we'll have orientation, when there's a meeting, when it's registration, so you follow that. It also states categorically that if you miss one of these meetings, then you automatically give up your space because one leads to the other.
Having been told when the registration will be, you go to the school, they will give you the information that you need for registration. Usually you need birth certificate, immunization, and 2 photographs of the child, passport size photograph. There will be a registration fee, and you will be told when is their orientation.
Q is for question, question, R is for ring.
During the parents' orientation, we will have more documents for you to fill out. There's a medical that's required by the Early Child Commission that parents have to answer questions about, like medical history. You'll get your bank voucher. You'll get samples of the uniform, the patterns, and so on.
If, for example, we're taking a child who is a 4-year-old who is coming from another school, then that child would need to take a transfer letter, which we would have given to the parent in May when they come to take our time return.
A is for yellow, yellow, Z is for zoo.
That's the time you take your child in, you get a feel of the school, you ask the relevant questions and stuff like that.
The orientation for the students, now that's sometimes done in a summer program or in some schools just prior to the reopening of school in September. They will have an orientation day for the new students. But basically we find that having an orientation during the summer where they'll have more time, they will meet and interface with the teacher they'll have. They'll get accustomed to the classroom that they'll be in, bathrooms and so on. They are much more prepared.
I'm a circle, circle, I want to be a square. I want to be a triangle.
And that preparation begins at home. Help make the transition as smooth as possible. Moving from home or daycare to school is a big step. So start talking to your child about going to school. Make the conversation fun. Play dress up, put on the school bag, use a coloring book. Whatever it takes to get your child ready for this next great adventure.
Wherever you are, I'm a star, I'm a diamond, I'm an oval, I'm a heart.
Are you looking for something to do this summer? Applications are now open for the Hope Youth Summer Work Program.
All you have to do is go online, download the application form, complete it, and drop it off at any Heart, NYS, or JFLL office. Make sure you bring a certified copy of your TRN, NIS, government-issued or school ID, qualifications if you have any, and a copy of your resume and birth certificate.
I don't know about you, but this is your opportunity to get 3 weeks of work experience, personal and professional development. Nah, miss me.
For more information, contact a Heart Trust NTA or National Youth Service office. Books, computers, and internet access, all free for your learning and leisure. If you want to know a place where you can get these and so much more, watch our next feature.
Jamaica Library Service continues to impact communities in a positive way, and in order to do so, they have rolled out a series of new and enhanced programs and services in all public libraries. In the St. James Parish Library Network, public servants, students, and persons with physical disabilities are enjoying the benefits of these initiatives.
St. James Parish Library Network consists of 9 branch libraries, a parish library, a mobile library service, and a special service at the children's ward of the Arnold Regional Hospital. We also offer a wide array of computer-related services.
Since 2003, the St. James Parish Library has engaged with those representing the physically challenged community and have provided a space to accommodate their learning and developmental needs.
They provide for the blind community on this side of the island what you call audio books. and they do it from home to home, or they will come to our meeting and provide us with any form of service in terms of the audiobooks. They have provided from my blind community at least 2 computers that is specifically assigned only to the blind, fully loaded and fully accessible, and we're definitely grateful for that.
The St. James Parish Library also provides accessibility and excellent customer service to all persons, including members of the security forces, as well as teachers, in order to improve their techniques in the classroom.
It's always good to read. You never know what you'll get about reading something. You will learn a new word, you learn how to do something. The staff at the library is very nice, and they're very interactive, and they have no browsing, helping you to find new things, getting information and resources here.
I can upload learning materials to enhance my learning and also my teaching profession.
The library has also provided support to students within the environs, especially those from the neighboring St. James High School.
This library is very useful for my students because we have over 2,000 students, and it's a shift system we operate. We have a small library, and all the students in lower school, they would do library skills, so we don't have the space to accommodate our students for research.
The students are making the best use of the opportunities for their learning and development.
I get access to free Wi-Fi, which I do not have at home. Also, I like reading books, and by coming here, I get to do my SBA, and the Wi-Fi is very fast, and I enjoy the services that I get from the very friendly librarians.
Well, I'm finding the internet and the computer so far very easy and very fast.
The St. James Parish Library Network also provides free computer training for library users in varying age groups.
The St. James Parish Library has always been offering ongoing computer training. However, through the project, we now offer social media training, which include Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, just to name a few. So we are encouraging members of the public to come down and sign up for membership and experience our wonderful services and programs that we offer.
The St. James Parish Library Network is taking a dynamic approach to providing informational and recreational activities for the public. We therefore encourage you to visit their library now and sign up for free membership and enjoy the benefits.
That's all we have for you on this show today. If you learned something new, share it with someone. We love to hear from you, so send us an email or visit our social media pages and drop us a line. Watch this and any other editions of Jamaica Magazine by visiting our website or YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire production team, I'm Adrian Atkinson. Thanks for watching.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.